Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today on Juliet teaches you how to make a texture pack. I'll be teaching you the icons and widgets part of the GUI. If you don't know what those are basically the hearts and armor bar and buttons and things. So yeah, I'll just be going over those today. If you would like some help with swords and tools, I have 2 episodes on those. They'll be in a playlist and they will probably be up at the top of the screen. Make sure to subscribe, smash like, and have a really nice day. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I always say what you need for these tutorials. So for this one specifically, you will need Minecraft, as always. Some art program. Today I'll be using GIMP. And yeah, that's basically it. You'll probably need a brain as well. If you don't have a brain, that might be a little bit difficult for you, but like I don't really have that much of a brain either, so I get where you're coming from. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up the files I always do and accidentally dox myself at the same time. So the pack I keep using is testing pack, so you're gonna go into testing pack. We're gonna open up our palette. Remember to always save this because you know we have our nice little colors, fun colors. Press open. And then, you know, you're gonna go into your testing pack, assets, Minecraft, textures, GUI, and then you're gonna have icons, and then I'm gonna control shift and press widgets. And then now I have both of them. Very nice. Now after opening them up, the widget should look like this with all the buttons and the like hotbar, and then whatever these are, and then the icons should look like this with the hearts and the armor and the crosshair and the XP bar. So there's no right way to do anything. I just want to go over that. There's no right way to make a pack, and I'm just teaching you how I personally make packs. But like, I think that what's most important is just how to use a program. I think it's really difficult to just jump into something like this and just not know how to use a program. So that's basically what I'm trying to go over. So I'll just teach you how to do some basic stuff, and I'll just do whatever I want. So we're gonna start out with the icons. So I always just zoom up by pressing Control and then my mouse scroll wheel. Also just press Z to zoom. And then I'm going to go down here and add a layer. Now we're going to start on the hearts because that's how I always start packs off. Not sure why, but for some reason I feel the need. Next you're going to get 2 random colors. I thought these were random, then I realized no, they're not. So I'm just going to use up like a hot pink and this green. Because those are not in my palette. I know, very, very crazy. So there are lots of different heart shapes you can do. And all of these things do very different things. And I will teach you how to do everything that you need to know. So right here, these ones are basically, so when you take damage or like when your heart goes away, these will show up. And then this one right here is basically like colored heart. You know, if you're not taking damage, you're not doing something, then these ones are going to show up. And I was always struggling on how people got it so that the outline of like these hearts would be like different than these ones. I'm just dumb. But if you're struggling with that too, I totally understand. So I will help you with that. I will be your guide. So I'm just gonna do these ones. So you can just keep them, these little tiny, oh my gosh. So you can just keep them these little tiny hearts if you'd like. Let me get that different color. Just keep them these little hearts if you'd like. And then keep this outline thing so that when you take damage, like it'll be like a different color. But how I personally like to do it is if I'm gonna keep it this like original Minecraft heart shape, I make this one bigger as well. So then when it overlays on top of these hearts, it won't have the outline of like one of these. It will have its own little outline. I always struggled with that for some reason. I'm not sure why. But also you can make your heart shape however you'd like. Sometimes I just make them like tiny like this one. A lot of the time I make mine like kind of pointy like this, but I move it down a pixel like down, like I'll put an arrow probably. Or you can do them how Akuna does them, like this. I think this is how Akuna does them. I think Odila does them like this too, like this way. Or you can do them what I call the Poppy Ashley. Now I'm not sure if Poppy Ashley created this one, but I always just saw her do it, so I just associated it with her. That's not right. Wait one moment while Juliet struggles. This heart is the one that I associate with Poppy Ashley, where it has like this little like thing. But yeah, kind of like that, where it just has little points. But yeah, you can do basically whatever you want. You don't even have to make them hearts. You can just make them like circles. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. For my pack, I am going to make, I'm just going to do the heart shape I always do in a lot of my packs that bro, what am I doing right now? Which is just like this, kind of. It's just like the same thing when I just cut off these 3 pixels. And it's really cute and tiny. But there we have our little base. I know it took like 3 years to just do the base heart. But yeah, we have that. And then what I do is I just select these pixels, press Control Z or Command if you're on Mac, and then Control V or Command V if you're on a Mac. And then I just move them because I would like all of my hearts to be the same size because I don't want them like looking weird all on top of each other. And then I'll press N to go back to my pencil tool and then get the outline color that these are, and then put the outline. Now you're probably asking, Juliet, which of these hearts do what? And I wish that I could tell you. Honestly, I thought that the red one was the hit particle, like the hit one, for so long, but it's actually one of the white ones. So like if you're falling and you take like fall damage, then one of the white ones is gonna be the one that hurts you, like you'll see when you're hurt. Now I'm just gonna press R and then select the hearts and then press Control X to X out of them. I actually might have needed one of the colors, but we're just gonna ignore it for now and go on because we have the heart shapes that we want there, which is very nice. And then we have our half heart, which I just do Control C to get this side. And then depending on what I want to do, I can add like this, or just make it have a straight line down. We can just cut it all the way across, whatever we're feeling. Maybe I'll do this because I've never done that before and it sounds kind of cool. It might look kind of weird in game, but we'll try. So we're just going to ignore these hearts for now because basically what I'm going to do is once I color this one, I'm just going to use hue and saturation to recolor these ones. Except the gold heart, which is down here, which is when you eat a gapple, this is the heart you will get and receive. Very cool. So then another main thing is the armor icons. So this is the one you have 0 armor there, the one when you have half, the one when you have whole, and this one. So I wish I could tell you what this one's for. This one might be the whole one. I don't know. I just copy and paste them because I get confused and they're both just living. So, you know. So now we're going to make some kind of armory shape. So basically we can just do whatever we want. I see people even put like food here. I think that the armor icons don't really matter. I think it just goes with whatever pack you're doing. You can keep them some kind of armor shape. You can make them a circle. You can make them a cake. You can make them a shield. I don't really mind. Do whatever you want. But today I'm going to be making them a shield because I always see people do this and I've actually never done this before. I don't know how people do this. I think you go like this way perhaps. Honestly, it probably doesn't really matter. It matters what it looks like in game. So we're going to keep that in mind. But then I can probably just color it some way, you know? And then I'm just going to press R, select this, Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to put it onto here. And then I'm going to take it and then get this half and then paste it where it is supposed to be right there. And then I'm just going to get my other color to fill in the other space. You know, this actually probably would have been better if I just selected the whole thing so that I have my baselines and then just put pink on where I want like the part of the shield that you can't, like that you don't have goes. Yeah. Maybe I'll do like the little like broken heart, how it's like kind of like in half like that. And then for the other one, I'm just gonna copy and paste this, put it here, and then just put it in pink. Another thing I like to do with my packs to just make them look a little bit cleaner is go on to the main one where you have like these textures and then select the black around the water. This is like basically like when you're drowning, like you'll have these little like things on your screen. I like to delete the black parts. I don't know why, but I feel like it makes the pack look better. This is very optional and really doesn't matter because how often do you drown in Bed Wars? But I don't know, I just like it better like that. Then the next thing we're gonna do is the hunger bar. You can do whatever you want. Hello, you might be like, oh, Juliet, everything looks a little different. Well, that is because, this is a different day because I had a very long thought about what I wanted these to be, which is just how much time you guys should put into your I'm just kidding. Well, you can put as much time into your texture packs as you want, but I was just doing stuff and I really did not know what I wanted to make from the hunger bars, but I have finally decided what I would like to do. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a square. I don't know why that one looks like that. Sorry, the square is this big. I don't know what I was doing yesterday. I'm in a different headspace now. But I'm just gonna add a new layer and we're just gonna move on with our lives. Like I was always here. So what I've decided is I want to make a macaroon. You can do whatever you'd like. For this default edit, I just wanted to do something random. You could do gapples or these weird whatever this is that Minecraft has, but I don't know. I'd like to just make something that's like fun. And macaroons are fun, so yeah, poggers. Why did I... Okay, I got a pink when I had already had a pink, so that's pretty interesting. It might look like a burger. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and make this a macaroon, so it'll just matter more with the coloring. So like if I take that off, then... But just play around with the shapes. Do whatever you like. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Maybe that'll look better, but I feel like this still also just looks like a burger. Well, I'll figure this out when we're coloring, but basically we have this one, which this one's actually the outline one, so you're going to collect whatever shape you created, and then press Ctrl-Z, Ctrl-C, and then Ctrl-V, and then you're going to paste it over here, which it should just line up with this one that I'm doing right now, just because I got rid of this pixel, but I kept the pixel inside. I hope that makes sense. Like with my little box thing you see, this is like the space I have in this area that Minecraft will like see, and then this area is the same as this one. Wait. Okay, that's actually not right. You're actually gonna move it one space over. I apologize. And then I'm going to paste it over here as well. This should be one over. And then we're gonna cut some off, like there's a little bite out of the macaroon. You don't have to do like a bite. I just feel like that might be appropriate. Like a little like kind of bite shape maybe. Get rid of a bit of it. This kind of just looks like a little diagonal, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna get rid of the bottom layer just so that I can kind of like see where I'm working, and then go like that. So now we have some little base shapes, and then we can continue and just like paste these over just so that we have them. And then when you're done, you can put one over here. I'm not really sure what this bar does, but I usually just put one of these shapes over there because why not? And then we have all these little like base things, which are pretty cool. I'm gonna get rid of this layer where I have this like box. So now that we have those, we can do our other shapes that we're thinking of doing. So I'm just gonna add a new layer just to work on my other things. I'm gonna go to the XP bar, as I feel like the base, like the most important things are the hearts, armor, food, and XP bar, and the other things are pretty self-explanatory. For my default edit, I think I want to do a fun shape. So these different XP bars this is the main one, like the colored main one. This is the underneath main one. So like this goes underneath this one, and then this one goes underneath this one, and then this one goes underneath this one. I'm not sure what these do, but I see most people just copy and paste these two onto the other ones, and that works pretty well, and that's what I do. So I just say mess around with it, but that's what I do. For this shape, I guess I'm gonna go with like a little like, maybe like this. I don't know, I feel like I'm always experimenting with stuff, especially in this video. Like, I swear, I'm always just doing like, oh, I haven't done that before, let's try it. And I'm sorry I'm just teaching you random new things that I'm trying to do as well, because I'm also trying to learn. But I just get bored, and that's what I always say, I just get bored, but that's the truth. So yeah, we're gonna do this. I feel like I have done a shape like this before, but I'm not really entirely sure. I'm just gonna copy and paste that there as our little base. So next, we're going to merge like all these little like base lines into the same layer by getting rid of the bottom one on the eye tool. I don't know why I pressed my mouse so aggressively, and then I'm going to right click and then press merge layers. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna undo this so I can see like the actual like thing, the actual icons layer, and then I'm gonna press a new layer, and this one is going to be our coloring layer. So firstly, I would like the inside of these hearts to be colored in, so I'm just gonna get the color that's right here, which is control when you're pressing N. Yeah, that was kind of weird what I just said. But I'm just gonna fill in these hearts really quickly because they're not meant to be empty. You can leave them empty. I've done that many times in packs. And it works and it looks cute, but I'm just gonna keep mine colored because I kind of prefer it. But yeah, there we go. And then time to color in my little hearts. So I'm gonna make it so that I can't see the bottom layer, and then I'm going to color on top of it. So for this default edit, I'm gonna make the hearts red, so I'm going to make a new palette. If this was some colored like themed pack, I would have probably made it this like aqua color. But since we're gonna try and keep the same like shades, I will just be using this red. This is such a bright little red. It's so cute. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, so there's a little palette. It's not too great, but I don't know. Hopefully this is fine. So I'm going to pick up my bottom color by pressing shift when I am on the end tool, which is the pen tool. Yeah, so when I'm on the pen tool, I'm gonna press shift to get to my little eyedropper tool. Go to my layer of icons. And then I'm gonna click around with what I think kind of looks right. So usually I put my darkest colors on the bottom. I know, crazy. I'm gonna get my second darkest color, and then let's just put this like all the way around. Maybe that'll look good. And you can just change it as you go on too, so just remember that. Then I'm gonna get my lightest color and put it where like actually just brightest places are. And then the second one, and go on. I have more videos on shading and whatnot. So if you're new and you'd like to see those, the links they were at the beginning of the video, like I put the little thing, but you can also check them now if you would prefer. I just feel like they'd probably be helpful to you, especially if you're a beginner. And then I'm just gonna put this very saturated red color right down here. Whoa, that looks really fun. I think this is that one, yeah. So I'm gonna put this at the top, I think too, and then kind of extend this one down. And that looks very bright, and I think that's kind of cute. But it all just matters how it looks in game. So you can also just kind of like scroll out a bit, and then this might be kind of how it looks in game, because they're going to be quite tiny, depending on what your GUI skill is. Mine's pretty tiny, but that looks okay for now. But you also always have the option to change pixels. So what I'm going to do to get the half is I'm just going to copy and paste the half that I have here, and the part that I want to overlay this part. Like that. And then for personal preference, I am just going to add a color here so that I can just like X off the whole thing so that it's not like just this random pixel which isn't the outline. So yeah, if that made sense. So there's some very bright heart that Juuliet has created. Next I'm going to work on the shields. So the shields are going to be made out of iron for this pack. You can also do them out of gold, but the gold shade I picked is still weird. I haven't fixed it yet because I am kind of dumb and I don't know how. But I'm just gonna do like an outline that I see appropriate by, you know, just getting my colors that I think are appropriate. And then I'm going to get my lightest color, and I think I'm just gonna put it like in the middle over here, and then get this one and then go like that. Whoa, that looks so weird. I don't know. I'm just gonna like do like random things and just see if they look good, because I've never made a shield before. But I always see people do them and they always look really cute, and I'm a little jealous. I don't know how I feel about this little shield thing that I just did. I feel like it just looks weird. I don't know how to fix this. I've just basically just done a gradient. I don't know. I'm gonna look in game with this to see when I want to change it, but I'm not really sure how that looks. But I'm just gonna copy and paste it over here, and then copy and paste half of it over here. And then un-eye this layer, and then pick out the pink parts so that I can X them out. And then un-eye this layer, and then press Control X or Command X if you're on Mac. And then there, now we have part of the shield. So I'm going to also put this, like fill in this part. I'm just going to do it with this button, I think. And then get the outline and then make it like that. So it's just going to look pretty like basic Minecraft-esque. You can also like put down the saturation of the shield. That looks really cool sometimes. But yeah, we did that. Next is the macaroons. So I think I'm gonna make the macaroons blue. Now, are macaroons blue? Depends what macaroon you get. Don't fight me, okay? Like, you know, I've never personally had a blue macaroon, but I just think that's because I'm built different. So I'm just gonna use the iron color to make the white part in the middle. Hopefully that looks okay. If it doesn't, I'll just change it. And then I'm going to get my darkest blue color, put it at the bottom, and then just shade outwards. Okay, so I made something that looks like a macaroon. Sorry, I'm so unsure about literally everything I do. I feel like people expect me to be like a pro pack maker, but honestly, I just want to help use a program. It looks okay. I just think that the color palette isn't perfect since it's a macaroon, but that is all fine. I'm just gonna copy and paste this one here and then undo the layers so that I can like get rid of everything that is interfering, not supposed to be there kind of thing, and then just get rid of it. There we go. And then these ones, I'm going to change them to the outline colors. So I'm just going to press N and then get the white and then put it there. Make sure that I didn't do anything wrong. Collect this color. And then yeah, just fill in where I believe it should be filled in. Looks very nice. You can even just copy and paste this onto these ones and then just change the outline for where it needs to be changed to like the black one and the red one. I apologize for like my weird video schedule. If you are concerned, it's just because I'm at a camp and I do tennis all day, so that's pretty fun. Yeah. Okay, next we're gonna work on our XP bar, which is down here. We're gonna make our XP bar color, I guess we're gonna make it blue because like that's the color of the pack, or this is a default edit so I could make it green. Good point. But also I don't really like the green XP bar. I'm gonna make the XP bar blue first, and then if I decide that it looks ugly, we will change it. I'm just gonna add these little lines that are not on the outline layer, which I should put on the outline layer. I'm just gonna put these here as these can be like little indicators of where these things are, because I think I'd like to add them into my design. I think it'd look cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna get in my colors, and then I'm gonna put this on the places I think would be kind of dark, which is basically the bottom of the XP bar. I know, kind of unexpected. And then I'm just gonna get my next one. I'm just gonna put these like probably over here. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna do these like 2 pixels right here and then get the third color and then just put it at the top. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Wow. And then for this little like part in the middle too, these can be the third color. I mean the second color, bro. I'm dying. Okay, so now that we have this, we are going to get like just unsee the bottom layer so that doesn't distract me, and then I can just start coloring. So what I recommend for like these middle bits is doing one of them and then copy and pasting it to all the others, and then for the edges do those separately and then copy and paste that to the other edge. So I'm just gonna get my lightest color and we're just gonna see where I want my highlights to be. Maybe I want them to be like that and then like that, and then get my other ones and then kind of put them around, and then my third color we're gonna put over here. Now this just looks like a collection of pixels. Now, is that a good thing? We don't know yet because it's not done, but maybe this will look good in game. I don't know, it just looks very like pixely. But that might look fun, so I'm just gonna copy and paste this to the other ones. And then, you know, if and when we need to change it, we can. Okay, there we have our weird little pixely thingy. And then I'm just gonna do this corner by just kind of, you know, getting this kind of a variation of like the same thing and putting it down. Hopefully that looks okay, and then I'm just going to select this area, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then there's this nice little tool up here that allows you to flip things. Now I don't know if yours will be on it, yours might be on the unified transfer. So if yours is like that, you go onto that and you right click, and then it'll give you all these options, and then you choose the flip one, and then you just press on your selected thing and press flip, and then go back to your selection thing to make sure that you don't flip it again, and then put it where it's supposed to go. Like that. So now I have a weird pixelated XP bar because Juliet is literally always trying something new because she is dumb. And then you're just gonna copy and paste this, put it up into wherever your, like the pink thing, the little pink area that I made. And then I'm gonna go up to colors, hue and saturation, and then just put down the saturation. And then if we feel like it, which I feel like it, I'm going to put down the lightness like all the way so that now it's like more black. So now going back onto all like listing everything, we have all the bases for everything, and then the next steps are like these other hearts, other food things, these ones, and the other XP things. So starting with the XP ones, we're just gonna select both of the XP bars and then Control C and Control V, and then just put them down into the other XP bars. That's literally it. Done. And then for the hearts, which looked really confusing because I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna go into the icons thing and just delete the heart that's underneath it by selecting it and then pressing Control X. And then I'm gonna select the hearts and then press Control C and then Control V to copy and paste them back over to this other layer. Honestly, I'm not really sure what this heart does, but it's pink and or just saturated less than the other one, so I'm just gonna try and make it like more pink. I'm gonna make it more pink. So we're gonna go to colors, hue and saturation, and then we're gonna change the hue. So you can change hue, saturation, and lightness, but I'd be really careful about changing the lightness and the saturation as it might make it look like dull or weird. So there's that nice little pink color, or like this one maybe. And then we can just like put the lightness up a bit, but still be careful as it'll like get rid of some of the colors sometimes. So we still have this copy and pasted. We can just press Control V and then put it onto our next heart. This one is like green, so we're gonna just hue and saturation, make it green. A very bright green, very nice. And this one is like green, but like weird and muddy and like unsaturated. So you can do that. Make it green. Then I put my saturation down, and then I'm gonna put my lightness down, and it just makes it look like more muddy. That looks actually very cute. So then for these hearts, I'm just gonna Control paste them like right here. And then I'm going to make the insides of these hearts just like the hue and saturation down, because I feel like the outline's still red, so why not change it? Like not change it. So saturation all the way down, lightness all the way down, and then I'm gonna Control C, paste this one, get this, and then select this, and then put the lightness down. So then like the red is becoming darker as well as the black. So that's actually fun. And then I'm going to do the same for the gold heart. Oh, that's not the right one selected. But for the gold heart, instead of doing hue and saturation, I will just handshade it, like re-handshade it with the gold I already have. So I'm just going to make a new layer so that I don't like mess up this one. And then find the colors and where they are and recolor it like I did with in my last video with my tools. Okay, so now we have this little gold bit, very fun. Then I'm just gonna copy paste the parts that match up with this one, put them onto that one, and then I'm going to get the third color, and then, second color, whatever color that goes there, and then put it there, and nice. Now we have the gold. Let's go, sheesh poggers. And then a really easy thing that you can do is for all of these little hearts, like the little black ones everywhere, to just copy and paste these into those ones. I just merged all my layers that are not the icons one so that I can remove the icons but also have everything else in the same layer, so that's cool. So I just did that, and then I'm gonna go into my icons layer and just delete things that I haven't already. Like all of these hearts underneath I'm gonna delete, and then I'm gonna delete the armor status, and then these hearts, literally all hunger except the other, oh no, well, some hunger stuff. These hearts down here that are these little ones. And now I'm gonna reshape this heart, so I'm gonna just get rid of the top 3 that are right in the corners, just because then it'll match up with the heart shape that I have going on. I'm just gonna get rid of those, so I don't really have to change much. I don't really like changing much about that. And then I'm going to copy and paste these hearts at the top. Control C and then Control V down here. And then I'm gonna make a new layer, get rid of seeing this one, and then I'm going to make the eyes the color that they are supposed to be. So the eyes are gonna be what color? I'm gonna make them probably the darkest one. Like that. So now they look really cute. And then the darkest one, by the way, is all the way down here. So for these other ones, I'm just gonna kind of match up, hopefully, the side where the eyes are, like that. And then I'm just gonna put them down where they belong. Now this step is like completely unnecessary, but I find it fun and I think it makes just the pack look more cute and detailed, and I don't know, why not? So now it's time to recolor the food items. I'm gonna make sure I'm on the correct layer, collect the food, copy and paste it, and then put it down where it belongs, which I believe is right here. And then while I have them selected, I'm going to use hue and saturation to once again change the colors. So this one should be kind of pinky. Whoa, that looks really cute. I'll make it maybe a bit lighter too. There we go, that looks pretty nice. And then the next ones are kind of some like icky colored macaroons. So I'm gonna make these green. I like green, but you know, it's fine, whatever, Hypixel. Why did I just say Hypixel? Oh my goodness. And then these ones are like icky, like green and dark and unsaturated. See, that's a pretty color though. My gosh, I can't make things look ugly. What the heck? Just too perfect. That was a joke. So I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm going to copy and paste the outline of this, and then basically just make the outline of this one. That, yeah, that made a lot of sense what I just said, by the way. And then making sure that I did everything correctly on the right layer. I'm going to go onto the icons layer and then delete what's underneath all of these. And there you go, that looks really nice. I also am going to delete the XP bars that are underneath my XP bars. So that's the hearts, food, armor status, and XP bar. And then we're gonna get into the really simple stuff. I'm just gonna merge my layers besides icons, add a new layer, and for the crosshair, we can make this whatever crosshair we want. So this is a default edit, but it's also my pack. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna take the white. I'm gonna do this in a different color actually, just so that I can help you guys understand and see. So I just build your crosshair around the one Minecraft already has given, because this is the center point and you'd probably want your crosshair to be in the center. So maybe I'll just make mine like this. I usually make hearts. I don't know why. There's a little heart that I always do. I'm gonna make it actually this heart this time though, because I think that looks pretty cute. And then I'm gonna put it in white. I'm not actually sure what happens when you make a crosshair that isn't white. I just imagine it wouldn't be very, like, it'd be interesting. I don't actually know. Let's see. Somebody make a crosshair that is a different color and we'll see what happens. So then on this layer, I'm going to do a little gradient on these lines right here. You can just keep them like one color, but I think that making a gradient on these is really cute. So I'm going to get my lightest blue and my darkest blue. Then I'm going to press G, which is the gradient tool, and just gradient downward. And then for these ones underneath, I'm going to get a different color. So I'll get the stone color, which is this gray. And then do it like that. I don't actually know how good that looks. It might look kind of weird. It does look kind of weird. So instead, I'm going to actually get the darkest blue color and then like a middle blue, or like this blue. I'll get this blue. And then I'm going to gradient this one down. And then on these ones, I'm going to do some like 2 of the lighter colors. This isn't really the most important thing, but I just think it looks cute when you change it. Yeah, like that looks cute. And then I'm going to get the ones that are folded in the next one, Control C, Control V, and then so on. So getting these ones, Control C, Control V, onto the bottom. Getting these two, Control C, Control V, and then getting the last one, Control C, Control V. For the little X, I'm gonna make it in gold because I don't know, I feel like the gold is doing well in this pack. You can also do a gradient, but I'm just gonna put some colors down, the lightest there, and then I'm gonna put this one as a little X, like the second lightest, and then get the darkest and do that on the parts that I made like the darker color. And then do the second darkest color on the ones that I haven't filled in yet. And nice, that looks good. And then you're just gonna select all these little ping things in the X, press Control Z, and then Control C, I'm sorry, and then move them down because we have another little ping bar over here. And then we have this one that moves. I'm gonna do that one that moves in, I guess, white. I'm not gonna make this one gradient. I'm just gonna put the color down and then, yeah, and then get the next color, which I'll just do that one. I don't know, I don't usually make this one a gradient. I think it's just out of convenience, but I think it looks good without being gradient as well. So there, we have our icons. That's basically it for icons. All you gotta do is export it to the game, which is what we're gonna do by pressing Control Shift E, and then we're just gonna export it as icons. So now I'm going to go into the game and see how this looks, just to make sure there's nothing wrong. Hello, we are in the pack world, and so we're just gonna go to creative and survival and see what we did. Oh my. Something I like to do is I like to put on armor. I'm gonna just get some diamond armor, and I'm gonna get a bunch of golden apples. I'm just gonna get a handful of those, and then we're gonna go into survival and put them on to see how our other things look. And I'm gonna eat these and see what we want to change. So personally, my first thing is I hate that the macaroons are touching. I'm going to move them and make them smaller because I don't like them touching. The XP bar is actually not that bad. It looks kind of sandy and weird, but I kind of like that about it. I don't know why. I'm not sure about the highlights on the hearts, like the main hearts, or the shield. So I think I'll have to change those. So yeah, let's get into that. Hello, I am back in the game and I have fixed not really some things. I changed the shield and I changed the cookie slash macaroon, but it still looks really bad, so now I have to change it again. I just feel like I think that the macaroon color just isn't good. I think that's really what's going on over there. And then the shield, all kinds of funky, so I will change that. Oh no, how much of that was I muted for? Well, right now I'm getting the tops off of these. Is that something I wanted to do? If I was just muted for a whole section, I apologize. Basically, I just changed a bunch of things in here just slightly. Right now I'm getting the tops off of these Oreos, and they're just gonna live and exist. I'm also gonna copy and paste these as I want the cream part to all be here. Hello, we in game. As I said, I said stuff and I might have been muted, so I'm not muted now, hopefully. But I just changed some of the little armor thing, and I think that looks a lot better for the hit thing, and this one as well for the Oreo looking thing, which I think is really cute. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So that's it for the icons, I think. This is also, I've been filming this video all week, so I'm so sorry about that. My video schedule is weird, but I just don't want to stress myself out because I've been doing a lot, and that's okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna help you with the widgets now, which if you don't know what the widgets are, they're these buttons right here, and then this little bar down here. So yeah, let's go. Hello, it is Juliet back again, recording widgets. I'm changing my mic thing, sorry if you heard that. Also, in the midst of my recording, as I've been recording this video for over a few days, because I am, I have hit 10k, so thank you so much for 10k subscribers. I'm trying to make a pack, I think, maybe, hopefully. I don't know, I've been grinding making a pack all day because I've been outside for far too long, and so I need to suffer and be inside all day, which I don't really mind, honestly. I'm kind of just missing it. I've been making a pack and it looks really nice so far, so yeah. There's probably something at the beginning of the video about that, but you've heard it here in wherever this is, but I moved on to the widgets portion. So yeah, let's go. Now we're gonna work on the widgets. So what I'm first gonna do is create a new layer, which I've already done mindlessly because I've been making packs all day. So there are multiple different things you can do with widgets. You can make cool ones that are like kind of transparent, like little like box thing, and then like it like goes this way to this way, like with a little other box, which is pretty simple. Or you can handshade the whole box and then have little like kind of cubby sections, and then make this one different color and make it cool. Yeah, I feel like that didn't make sense, but maybe I'll show some things on screen that look like that. But I think the most important thing is to make this box stand out amongst these boxes. So this box right here is your hotbar, this one. So you just have that all the time on your screen usually. Down at the bottom, and then this thing is the hotbar selector or whatever it's called, and that just shows which item you're on. So you'd like to make it pretty obvious just to know like you don't get confused when you see which item you're on. These are the buttons, so you know, just regular Minecraft buttons. This one is the hovering, like you're hovering over the button. This is one that's just the button you can click, and this one is one you cannot click the button. These ones down here are just other little buttons. So these are like locked on and off things, and then whatever this one is, but yeah, those are just little square buttons. I wish I could tell you what these do. These are some Minecraft recorder thing, I know, but I don't know how to use them, and I mean, if you want to change them, you can. I'm not going to because I don't use them. So but I'm just going to teach you kind of how to make a few different kinds and styles of hotbars. So I've been really into like hand shading them lately. Sorry I keep zooming in and out. But I'm going to first show you one of the very, very simple ones that I think looks really nice and you can get away with, which is like this cool little transparent one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Poppy Ashley has one in her Nosy 32X pack. That is a great example of one of these things. So basically I'm just going to outline all of this. I never actually showed you guys how to do that, how I make straight lines. So how you do that is you just press like wherever you want, like you just press somewhere, and then you press shift while you're on your pen tool, and then click somewhere, and then it'll make a straight line for you, which is really cool, and I use it a lot, as you can see. So basically for this, I'm just going to outline my box with this little pink line. I'm just going to use pink, it's just so you can see. And then I'm going to do in some other color, I will pick green. I'm going to do like a little box on this portion so you can just see like, and then I'm going to press R, select this, Control C, Control V, and then move it onto here. It's very important, this should be centered. I don't really like when they're not centered because it bothers me, because like this is the thing that hovers over this. So if it's not placed correctly, then it won't look correctly on your thing. Which, I mean, maybe it doesn't bother you, but it bothers me when it's not lined up correctly, so. And then what I see a lot of people do is like make a fun little like arrow or something, or just something fun on the box, so we can do that for this pack. You're gonna find the middle. An easy way to find the middle is make a new layer. Go from this side, press your shift key to make a straight line all the way down, and then do it on the other side, and then you have the exact middle right here, which are these two boxes. And that's just something like really easy way of finding, that's not what I meant to do, a really easy way of finding the middle. And usually if I'm like working with something like that, I just put down the transparency a bit over on opacity, just that like it's not like blinding me, but I can still see like where the middle is. So then with that, we can start just making whatever our little arrow thing is gonna be, just to make it even more obvious that we're on this box. Also, be mindful that this line right here does not work. Like that'll just be cut off completely in your texture pack. I'm not sure if this one is either, but I know that this one is, so just don't use it. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I mean, it's just not gonna work, so it's gonna be sad. But I think that's probably good, maybe. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to make some kind of like little arrow thing that might look cool. I don't know. Maybe that looks okay, and then we can just shade it in a fun way. So then I'm just gonna delete my middle layer because I don't really need it anymore. I found my middle. I'm gonna make a new layer, and then I'm gonna start coloring. So for this little like arrow thing, I'm going to make it blue. I'm just gonna get my darkest color, put that for the outline, and then my second one. And then do some just basic shading that I have shown for like everything that I have done so far in my packs. Yeah. I've been pack making like the entire day. I do not regret it. I have been enjoying pack making all day. I don't know why, but it has been fun. That looks okay. It looks like a nice little like gem thing, which I think is fun. And then for the outline, you can just pick one color, or you can like shade it a bit. So just gonna do this one, I guess, and then just try it on the outline. And then if you want to, just get another color and then you can just do like the edges or something. So I'm just gonna count like 3 down here and then 3 down here. And yeah, that looks nice. Also, I apologize again for my weird upload schedule. It just be like that a lot. I've been trying to like take breaks and take care of myself instead of getting stressed out about YouTube, because I find that that's what I do with most of my time, and honestly it's not really very fun. And I think that I can make good content and then that can come out and I can stop stressing about making good content when people are gonna watch it, even if it comes out not as regularly as it could. So yeah, because also I mean, like, I should do quality over quantity, even if that's not really exactly what is rewarded on YouTube. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the bottom layer and then I'm going to select this, like all these things, and press shift to select more and then do Command X. And then there, I have a nice little thing, and then the thing underneath it is no longer there, which is pretty fun. So then this should basically be able to just slide across. Something else I like to do is go like select inside of this box, make a new layer on top of the layers, and then fill it in with like a black kind of shade, and then lower the opacity a bit, and then it will make that box darker, and it's kind of fun in game. Like, I don't know, I like it because it just makes it even more obvious. I'm gonna merge my layers that I have here and then open a new layer, and then we're gonna work on the buttons. So there are also so many different variations of buttons you can do. You can do fun hand shaded ones like Kuna. You can just put an outline here. You can make them all transparent, and then yeah, just like a little border outline. Since we're going more simple for this one, I think I'm just gonna do like a transparent border outline, since that's what I've been doing with everything. So I'm just gonna kind of mimic this one I have up here. For the on one, we're just gonna say on as in like the blue one for like when you're hovering over something. And I'm just gonna make the thickness a bit more wide than just the 1 pixel that it has. I'm gonna make it 2 pixels instead. I know, crazy. And then I'm just gonna add a bit of shading. So I'm just put on the inside another color. Probably should have done this before, but it's fine. I like that. It looks nice. I'm also just gonna add some more even more fun shading. So I'm just gonna add the lighter color on the outlines, like how I've been doing it, but lighter instead of darker. And then I'll probably do it with this one as well. Okay, well there's that one. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this, copy and paste it onto a different one. Then I like to go to hue and saturation, and then put the saturation all the way down, and then copy and paste that one, put it above it, and then put the lightness down all the way again. So then if we go onto our existing layer that's underneath that has all the original stuff, select all that and then exit out, we should have our little buttons here that are kind of transparent. And then it goes from the one that you can click on, the one you are currently clicking on, and the ones you cannot click on. For these little buttons down here, I like to copy and paste the things that are inside of them, like this little speech bubble. Let me just copy and paste one and make a new layer. Copy and paste it to that layer over top of where it already is, and then paste another one, put it down where it's supposed to go. And then I'll get the little locks. I'll select the locks. And then I'm going to copy and paste them to the same layer on where they're supposed to go, like on top of these things. And then so they'll be here so that I can put like a button underneath and just kind of copy and paste it, instead of having to like color around these little like boxes. So make a new layer again. And then I'm just gonna kind of copy what I did up here, but like in a small square around this one. So like that, and then I can copy and paste this by selecting the pixels, pressing Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and putting it around where it's supposed to be, not around that one, because that is not the right one. That's like the button that you can press on. This is the one that you're pressing on. Yeah, if that makes sense. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste these around to the ones that it's supposed to be on, the blue ones. And then take this one, this button up here, and then put the lightness and saturation down. Copy and paste it. Put it onto the ones you can click on but aren't clicking on. And then select this one. So much copy and pasting. Copy and paste it onto this one, and then put the lightness all the way down again. Now, of course, you can hand shade it, but I guess I don't really care that much. So then you just go to your bottom thing, select these again, and then press Command X, or yep, Control X. Wait, I just pressed Control X. I don't know, I'm suddenly in Mac keys, whatever, press Control X, and then nice. Okay, so now let's look at it in game by exporting it, doing Control Shift E, and then place and export and whatever. Okay, so now if we look here, I can make it bigger. We see our little buttons that are transparent. Now, I feel like this will look a lot better when the background image, like these little dirt things over here, will be changed. But it looks really nice. So now if like I click on resource packs, then I'll have these nice little buttons that are transparent. And then if I go into, ignore all my worlds, and then I play selected world, here I am. And then I have my little like slot thing that I now can like, you know, slot to my sword, and I know which one I'm on with the little blue button. I believe this one is exactly in the middle. It should be. No real way to test that at the moment, I guess. See, because like things like the ender pearl should just be off-centered in general. Oh, I'm in survival. BRB. Yeah, like things like the ender pearl will just be off-centered, so ignore that, because the ender pearl is just an off-centered block, which honestly really bothers me, but what can you do? You just make a different one. But yeah, so we go to our little sword, and then, you know, we're just smacking around and we have it, and it looks nice. Yeah, like look at that. How fun. How fun is that? So now I'm gonna teach you how to make one that is more like what I'm about to show you. So now I'm gonna teach you how to make one that's more like this one. I feel like this one looks kind of confusing, but I also really like it. This is some pack I'm making right now. No spoilers though. But yeah, this is just some pack I'm making, but like this is kind of a more, I'd say, Akuna-esque GUI, like widgets bar, as it's all hand shaded and like fun, and it's just all kind of there, like you can just see it all. There's not really many transparent bits or anything. So yeah, also I'm just showing off this pack I'm making. I hope you like it. Hope it's not too confusing. Here's some little heart blocks. They are diamonds. So let's get into making this kind of sort of widget. Of course, it's gonna be different. I'm not gonna make this one exactly. I made this one today, but I'm not gonna make this one exactly. I'm going to make something similarly hand shaded to it. Okay, so you have decided you do not like the simple transparent look. So instead, you would like to hand shade something. So I'd like to keep in mind this one is a little bit more complicated. But that doesn't mean anything, because it doesn't mean it's really difficult. It's just more complicated and time consuming, because it's just not like a straight line. This is very free. Like you can do like whatever you want. You can make circles, you can make squares, you can make hexagons, like whatever you want. Like I see Poppy Ashley do like a little like circle thing sometimes, where she like does a circle and then like that. I think those GUIs are really fun. I think it's in the new pack. Strawberry one, it's like summerberry. That one's really cute pack, by the way. But yeah, like that. But for my purposes, I will just be making some like kind of long, like kind of Akuna-esque one. I keep just mentioning pack creators I watch, so I think this box extends all the way out. But for the border, you can just keep it like right on the dot, or you can just like make it like that. Cut off a few pixels. Cut off 1 pixel. I don't know, I think for this I'm gonna just cut off none, but you can do whatever you want, because like cutting off a bit will make it look a bit rounder, which could help you if you want to make like a circle GUI like the one I did in Urine's pack. But I think I'm gonna be going for something more rectangular or square shaped. So yeah, for this I'm just going to make a little box that's like, yeah, with the corners in like this, and then I'm going to connect it. I believe this is actually what I just did with that other pack that I was creating. And maybe I shouldn't do it. So I'm just going to put these pixels here. Now you can do exactly what I did with that one I showed you. I don't want to make the same exact GUI today as I did earlier today. Now, it doesn't really matter me cutting off those pixels, but something I like to do is I just like to copy and paste this little box that I made onto my other boxes because it is the same box. Like, I don't... Hello? There should be 9 boxes, by the way. I know, crazy. Probably didn't know that there are 9 hotbar spaces on a Minecraft hotbar. But now we have that, and then you can put the little base through this over here as well, just so that we have this as our little base for what we're gonna make to like cover this up to show like that's the thing we're on. I think I'm just gonna make this but a little bit thicker, like 1 thicker, 2 thicker. I don't know, but also just keep in mind you can change it. If you're like, no, that is so ugly, then you can just change it. And to not copy me exactly, because you should just do whatever you feel like it. You got this. Okay, so yeah, that looks nice, possibly, hopefully. So now we have our little bases for our little box. And then I'm gonna make a new layer and I'm going to hand shade it. The color I will be choosing for this is, I'm gonna make my little hotbar, there's this gray color, I think. I don't actually remember what I used that for, but I'm gonna use it. And I'm just gonna color in the outlines how I normally do, just, you know, make them. And then I'm gonna get my second color and do the rest of the little outline. I think I'm just gonna go 5 blocks down, I guess. I'm also just gonna not see the bottom layer, it's kind of distracting me. And then something that I give as advice is just like when you're outlining and when you're creating your boxes, to just start with 1 box, and you don't need to do all of them at the same time, because you can just probably copy and paste the box to the other side or to all the other like boxes, which is fun like that. And then I'm going to get this little color right here, and I want to just make this box like this way, how I shade it, like kind of like this, how the original Minecraft box is shaded, and then get some color above this, let's say this one, and then I can use the bucket tool, which I happen to already be on, and then put it in here. And then I'm gonna get the color. Where is this color at? Color that is underneath this one that I didn't use because I didn't just go 1 up, I went 2 up. And then I'm just gonna put it like that, and hopefully that looks nice. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe instead I like to do the darker one and then make the lighter one a little one down here, so to kind of be like light. Yeah, that looks fun. So then for the outline, I am just going to get my light color that's over here, shade in some lighter areas, go to the next one casually, and then just go from color to color, shading what I feel like deserves that color or like what I think it needs. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't know, hand shading is hand shading. Hand shading is exactly like what it is, just, you know, just shade around, shade with your hand. I'm just kidding. I should try to make a pack using my little tablet thing, because I can use my tablet thing on GIMP. I tried, but it was being weird, and GIMP is just a freaking weird program, and it is not my favorite for that. I did not explain what I just did there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select what I just did, copy and paste it, and just move it to the other box, and then do it to all of the boxes. And then I'm going to do touch-ups to make them not look weird after as well. This one's very convenient since this box is just the right shape. But see, that looks pretty fun, but I do think it needs some little touch-ups. I would prefer this going like this, and like them like touching and going down more naturally, and maybe just evenly than how it was. And I'm going to do the same to this one. Like that. I'm actually just gonna get like a bunch of this and then copy and paste it again over. I know that was like a waste of time. It will all be worth it in the end. I'm just gonna try to line them up correctly, hopefully. You can do math, or you can just be like me and like not, because you're lazy and you don't feel like it. You'll know in game where and when you messed up. Okay, now I have that little thing, which is fun. And then I'm gonna color into this part. I'll probably make the iron color. This is like supposed to be a default edit pack. Hopefully it's fine if I just use like 3 colors. Just doing the whole outline in 1 color, oh my goodness. that probably looks okay. So yeah, nice. Now I'm gonna do the buttons. I don't really even know. I'm so bad at doing buttons. Like I tried doing buttons today and they looked really bad. We're not gonna talk about it. I don't really need to delete the ones at the top, but I do need to delete the underneath of this one down here. But since I covered up like the whole top bit, it looks fine. I'm gonna just merge layers that I want to, and then make a new one for the buttons. Maybe we make our buttons round. Like, I'll just add this here, and then 3. Yes, 3. And then like that. Very nice. And that'll look like really round, which is fun. Not really the vibes we're going for, but honestly, fun. And then once I've got a shape down, I'm just gonna copy and paste it onto the other sides, or the other little buttons. And then I'm gonna go down to the one that you press on, make a new layer so that I can color on that layer. And then I'm gonna get the blue, and then color it in how I see fit. Now, I feel like the shading, you know, just make the shading wherever you feel like the light is going. But I always find that kind of confusing as well, because I'm bad at making buttons. And also this is a round thing, so it might look a little funky. But I promise you got this. I'm just gonna kind of make this like my blue pack. So I'm just gonna kind of make like a little outline of 2. And then I'm gonna just mess around. I'm gonna get the other lighter color and then put it at the bottom in like the same way. Fill in actually the whole thing with that, and then I'll just get another darker color, like the darker version of this one, color under that, and then I'm just gonna put it down here, and then the lighter one on the outline above it, which is this one. I'm not sure how this is gonna look, but I think it looks pretty interesting, like from just looking at it right here. Perhaps I can get the darker version of this one and then add a bit of shading underneath, like so. Okay, so now that I've got something that I actually kind of like, I'm going to copy and paste it up here and then put the hue and saturation down. I just like doing this. I think it makes it just more obvious which one you can click on and which one you can't when you just make this like completely black. Because I've done it like different ways before and I just feel like it's not as obvious. It's not as fun. Then I'm gonna go to the layer underneath. Select what I need to, exit out. And then for these little bottom ones, I'm just gonna select half of this circle, copy and paste it to a new layer, put the half right here, and then copy and paste the other half. Just like a little bit shorter though this time. I'm gonna copy and paste the other half and then put it where it needs to be over here, which I cannot see right now, which is right there actually. And then I'll just delete or / get rid of this little side that I don't need, and then I have a nice little circle. You probably could have done that with the other one, the transparent one, but I don't know, I just did it with this one because I can. And then I'm just gonna exit out. I'm gonna go back and select all of these little buttons right here and put them on a new layer. To be honest, I just got the ones from my other one because I already selected that and it's very time consuming and I don't like doing it. But then I'm gonna get this little circle, copy and paste it onto actually where it's supposed to be because I once again did not put it in the right spot. And then, you know, take them, put the hue and saturation all the way down, copy and paste them to, oh my freaking god, copy and paste them to where they're supposed to be. And then get this one, the dark one, select it, copy and paste it, put it where it's supposed to be, and then make this one darker. And then at the final bottom layer, just select where I'm supposed to delete on these little buttons, and then Control X. Very nice. So then I'm just gonna export this to the game and see how it looks like. Oh wow, look at these little buttons. Oh, they're actually really cute. I like how bubbly they are. They look like a little speech bubble. And now if we go back into the game, we can see how our hotbar looks and selector. I'm not really sure how I feel about this color of stone. I think it's very gray looking, but let's see how it looks with our other items. I'm just gonna get what I'd have in Bed Wars, which is my preferred game. then here it is. If I have my little hotbar set up how I would, even though half the things are not done down here, you know, in my Bedwars game. This looks really fun. I think I'm most happy about the buttons. They're really cute. Still part of my hotbar is cut off, I think. No, it's not, but it's just weird looking. I don't know. I hope you guys have a nice day. I think this is it for my widgets and icons thing. I hope you learned something. I hope it was not lacking in my tutorial. But yeah, this video has taken me a lot of time to do, so I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and continue watching the series because it's really cool. Also, hopefully a new pack's coming out, and thank you so much for 10k. It's unreal to think that now I have five digits. 5. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.